Good afternoon again. Very welcome to Kurdistan region of Iraq. I'm glad to be with BIP program for the third year in a row. First 2 years in Dubai and now at home. Very welcome again. My name is Sherwan Mazuri. I'm an architect and real estate advisor. I will be moderating this panel, which is beyond oil and gas. We will be talking about infrastructure, construction, and tourism, which are three subjects I'm very fond of, and I work also with it. I will have with me today Ms. Danya Kawa, Managing Director of South Kurdistan Group, KRI. You're very welcome, Danya Khan. We have with us also Mr. Ergun, Chairman of Didaman Group, Didaman Hotels from Turkey. Very welcome again.
Thank you.
We have also Mr. Isser Sunet, Owner and CEO of Evergreen Development from Cyprus. Again, very welcome.
Thank you.
And also Mr. Alan, CEO of Arts Group. Very welcome. I have a couple of questions for everyone. I'm very excited about it. I want to make this panel very open and transparent so we all benefit from it. I'll start with Ms. Danya. As everybody know, your family has a long history in business, a very good reputation, especially in Suleimania and Hawler. After your belated father, I want to know how was your feeling when you took over the construction sector also in the family. Did you have to or you had passion for it, especially the construction sector?
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome, distinguished guests and great investors. Welcome to Kurdistan. Thank you, Sherwan, for your question. We are, as a South Kurdistan Group, it's a pleasure for me as a Managing Director of SK State and Deputy CEO of South Kurdistan Group to represent the group. The company of group of companies starts from the soil of Kurdistan and it's also shaped by its challenges. However, it is going to continue. And my feeling or what I see, it's not just a feeling, it's a commitment and sense of purpose. It's not just, okay, it's a work and beneficial. No, we need to look at our businesses, our investments, our companies as a purpose-oriented companies in order to make sure that it benefits the cultural and the communities that we are in. So it's somehow purpose-driven. It's not something that comes from nowhere.
I've always admired Danya Khan's personality. I always tell her what you do, it's the work of 10 men to do it because it's a big responsibility. It's a very big group. Managing all these mega construction projects, it requires a personality as yours, and we're very happy to have you here today. We'll be back to you. Now to Mr. Ergun, Didaman Group Hotel. I was very happy that you came to Erbil because I believe we have Didaman Hotel here. I've been also to a couple of Didaman hotels in Turkey. I want to ask you, once first thing Kurdistan region comes to your mind, was it a necessity to come here or it was your choice to come here and open a hotel here?
Actually, first of all, good afternoon to everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. Actually, we opened the hotel many years ago and we are opening another one. Second one is coming, I think in 3 months.
Nice.
Time. Second Dedaman is coming, is like managed by Dedaman. Dedaman has like 60 years experience. We have 14 brands and now we have 90 hotels, 90. So we love to be in every regions. But when the offer came from the Kurdistan side, we were very happy to do that, to be honest. Because what I personally believe that if the hospitality goes somewhere, everything change more quickly.
True.
I was in Afghanistan. I got an offer from there. I went there. It was an issue in the beginning. He said, are we sure that, we should go to the Afghanistan? You don't go, I don't go, who's gonna go there? So we have to start from somewhere. I think hospitality culture is the best way to go in any country to grow the country and to make sure that everybody knows about it. So I used to be working like 10 years in Al Shaya Group before I joined the Dedaman. It's a huge environment. It's a Kuwaiti company, as you all know about it. So same situation, like when the people ask for Starbucks in Iraq or Kurdistan side, the first answer is no. So who's gonna bring that quality in this country? Like same thing happening in Iran, Iraq, Syria, and any other region around the Turkey. So I personally believe that hospitality is the key to open any kind of problem and solve the problem. So when we met with Mr. Eser in Cyprus, the same situation, the first branded residence in Cyprus is Dedaman. So we are not hesitating to go any countries who is really having any trouble or a problem, because Dedaman has a great hospitality culture. So as you see right behind me right now, we like to be in every city and every country, especially our weak side is I'm not in Saudi Arabia yet, not in Qatar, not in Kuwait. So I like to be in every single point to make sure that we can provide Dedaman hospitality. So I think it's answered your
very
question.
Convincing. Yeah, I'm very happy that we're having Dedaman 2 here. From now, think about Dedaman 3 on one of the mountains. We have amazing nature, beautiful mountains. We would love to have a Dedaman resort here also.
We love to do that. And I don't know if you're going to come back to that question, but our new focus is Dedaman Suites and Residence and Dedaman Village Life.
Nice.
I like to point out of it because Dedaman Village Life is like comprehensive care for every single age from 20 to 90. So we started from Cyprus. We like to look after for every single people, from the kids and elderly residents. So
I'm very happy to hear that. And you're right, hotel tourism, let's say, hotel sectors is a key hospitality. Wherever I go to a country, I would feel comfortable at first feeling when I go I'm welcomed at the airport, also when I'm welcomed at the hotel. That's how you know that you're in the right place. I'll come back to you. I have a lot of questions.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Eser, you came all the way from Cyprus. I've been there. It's a beautiful island. I've met a lot of developers here. Many of them are my friends, and I deal with them on daily basis. I know how construction works here. But as a developer in Cyprus, which is an island, and it has a very strategic geographical location, Four Seasons, I want to know, you as an investor, once you start of building a project, residential project, what is the first thing comes to your mind? What should I do, you say?
First of all, I'm very happy to be here. First time I'm being in Kurdistan. And I was amazed, as you mentioned earlier, saying about airport and the hotel. We got two warm welcoming in these two locations. And I see it's very big development wherever we go, especially after yesterday we landed. Coming back to your question, yes, every time we're starting new project, first we're trying to set up the concept, so what we're selling. And last 10 years, we focus on wellness tourism, medical wellness, and wellness real estate, this is a trending, especially before COVID in 2019, the wellness real estate sector, the volume of the sector was 2.5 billion euros in Europe. 5 years, 6 years time, it developed to 194 billion euros. So this is the product that we are now developing, as Mr. Ergin said. We're developing real estate projects. We're offering anti-aging services. We're offering well-aging centers, and at the same time developing this with the food outlets, shopping centers, some commercial aspects of it. Then you can sell. So whatever gives you more square meter return,
Yes.
as you're also in the same sector, this is, I think, the key. So the project, the concept, and on top of it, the contributors, the partners. This is very important. And we have to bring the know-how or follow the know-how and benchmark it and maximize our profits.
True. Thank you very much. Now we will go to Mr. Alan, RS Group. We're very happy to have you here also. As I'm aware, you invest in projects. I want to know what is your vision in what you do and what your company does, and how does that promote the construction sector in Kurdistan?
First of all, thank you, Kak Sherwan, and for the great BIP team for this opportunity. RS is a local investment company. I think we are one of our kind, and we are investing in multiple sectors, different projects. But for the time being, we are only passive investors. We are not running our projects, but we do it with partners, local and international. We believe in partnerships, strong partnerships, especially with international investors who are willing to come to Kurdistan. And then for us to be their lead, their eyes, as we say it in Kurdish, on ground here. Because foreigners, it is difficult for them to come to Iraq and Kurdistan, especially without having an experience. What does it look like, how to invest? So they need someone expert in the market, and we are proudly that partner. So I think our vision simply is to gain the good reputation and be a reliable partner for both local and international investors.
Thank you very much. I think that would be very helpful for foreign investors to come and invest in the country, because at the beginning, when you go to a country, you don't have much about its people, about its culture, about its infrastructure. So an investor like you will be let's say, a very helpful to them to start working in the country. I'm happy that you're doing that. I will get back to you. Now I have another question for Danya Khan. So SK is working overall Kurdistan generally, but mostly in Sulaimani and Erbil, and I will only talk about construction because that's what I know. I'm not very familiar with oil and gas section, other sections. There is a mega project in Erbil. What I really admired is what made you retake the project, this mega project. It was very challenging, I know. And it will take only few people to take the project, redesign it, rebuild it, resell it, rename it. What was the passion? What was the motivation to do that?
Okay. Yes, Floria City is 13,000 units, which is, we call it usually, as a city inside a city in Erbil. So it's a mega project. However, the idea behind it is it was just a project from under zero. So it wasn't a project that we built it from scratch. We acquired the project in 2021. After that, we, as a South Kurdistan group, could be able to rise it again from, you can say, from minus to now it has around 600 residents in it. So it's an accomplishment for us. However, we as an investor, not only for Floria City, as an investor, we have a lot of gaps. The gaps does not come from money, does not comes from the infrastructure, that not comes from, mashallah, we have very good investors in the local also. However, the gaps in Kurdistan usually comes from the exclusion gap, and it comes from lack of systems. It comes from untrained employee. It comes from professional standards. It comes from maintenance culture. That's where the gap is, and that's where the investors come to work on it. We all need to work on that. It's not just it's a government job and to do it like let's wait for another party to do it. It's our job as an investors to work on it.
It's no vacation. It's hard work and it's challenging, and you
It
have
is.
done amazing job. And now it has a new face, and yes, it is a city inside
It
a
is.
city.
It is.
Very happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Mr. Aragon. So now, as you know, in hotel business, all over the globe, once you go to a hotel, they also have apartment sections. So it goes back to residential.
Yes.
So we have residential and we have tourism.
Yes.
Many hotel brands, they have mixed it.
Correct.
Okay, especially resorts.
Correct.
And many people, when they have a family, they wouldn't go take a room to a hotel. They will go to the residential part and rent an apartment. For you as Dedema, first, do you have that mixed use option in your hotel? And if you're opening, I'm talking about the third hotel, not the second one. Are you willing to do that in Kurdistan, since we're a touristic place because of our nature, let's say?
Great question. Actually, we recommend that whoever comes to us as an investor, we told them that don't just build a hotel. Make it hotel, residence, offices, maybe some small shopping mall. If you just build a hotel, yeah, it may work. I mean, when you look at the return of investment, it will come back. But if you make it like a complex, we've been doing that many times, it works very well. You have a hotel here, offices, residence, and small mall. So I think that's the best project all around the world. So we have, like I said, 14 brands. In the same building, you can do hotel, residences, and offices. Whenever I go to the different cities, when I look at the occupancy numbers, I told the owners, I said, look, your occupancy is no more than 65%. So close 2 or 3 floors, make them offices or residence. So sell them or rent them like that. So if you close like a 30% of your hotel and your occupancy is throughout the year 65%, you are 100% full. And you can play with the numbers, because it doesn't mean that in the hospitality sector, it doesn't mean that you have 100% occupancies. It's not worth it. It can be 50% occupancy, but with a higher price. Then your property won't get damaged. But most of the investors or the owners, they think that occupancy is more important than the ADR. So it's hard to explain. So that's why I've been fighting for it, to make sure that in the right place, right properties, to right people with the right price. I mean, when I go around the world, when I ask the general managers or the investors or the owners, what is your prices throughout the year? The same price for 12 months.
I was about to ask you a similar question. Beside Didaman, if you ever travel somewhere else and you're going to book a hotel in a country you have never been there before, what is the first thing comes to your mind? What is the most important thing about a hotel for you?
I mean, in the universities, they teach us that the sound, the lights, all kind of, and the music. But for me, whenever enter any properties, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be hotels. The first of all, it's cleanliness. If it's clean from the entrance, if it's, when you first meet the first person, you can get all the MRI for whole building. The first person is very important. If he has a sour faces, if he doesn't smile or she, doesn't matter. If they don't approach and they don't greet you and they don't say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, then forget about the golden buildings. It's not worth it, okay?
I hope you had a good welcome yesterday.
I mean, so far so good. As Mr. Eser said, when you enter the airport and when you get out of the country, that period is really important. The first person, the security guy,
yes.
it's very important. If they greet you well, if they have a nice smile in their faces, everything is fine.
You're right. You know,
The buildings are not really important. The approach, the greeting is really important. I have the gold standards.
okay.
Greet and smile, own the problem, loyal to what you are doing, and deliver the wow. The gold standards. I think it works everywhere.
Very well noted. It's in the program of the Kurdistan government to boost tourism in the country, and of course, raising awareness, especially of the employees in the tourism sector, especially hotels and airports, is the most important part. And
Correct.
KRG happily are working on it. I mean, it's in the nature of Kurdish people. We're very welcoming people, you know. We always try to welcome our guests with smile, and we make them to actually feel home, not as a guest. This has been in our DNA, and hopefully in our culture we'll try to make it better and better. Now we'll go to Mr. Eser, and I want to ask, because I've been to Cyprus, how much did Cyprus's location, geography, and tourism identity helps Evergreen succeed? And is it going to be the same if you built somewhere else outside the island, let's say in Kurdistan region of Iraq?
Good question. Yes, in Cyprus, yes, as you know, it's geographically very strategic position, especially last 10 years when they discovered gas, petrol around Mediterranean. But in North Cyprus, especially where we are very active, up there, we have developed some systems. We have developed some systems that we can import the materials. It was related to tourism because at the end of the day, currently in North Cyprus, we have 54 five-star hotels, and around 46 of them are where we are located. It's a very touristic city called Kyrenia. And only in North Cyprus, we're hosting around 4 million visitors a year, where the population is 396,000 people. So it's very much dependent on tourism. And at the same time, we see that the buyers, the portfolio of buyers, currently we have 28 different countries, especially Nordic countries. Lately, because of the security
Do you have
reasons.
buyers from Kurdistan region?
Yes, we do.
Good.
We do have around 200, 250 Kurdish buyers, multiple buyers, I can say, very wealthy buyers. Organic buyers are mainly from Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, and especially after COVID, with the fiscal policies changed in Europe, where taxation go from 46 to 52%. So we see that, yes, they've been to Cyprus for a holiday, but then they discover, yes, this is a nice place to live. But especially on the north, people buying not only for benefiting from touristic purposes, because they are renting apartments through us, through our systems, but also they want to have another bank account. They want to have outside EU bank account. So that's why many people investing. Will we build for another country? Yes, we do. Last 5 years, we're expanding. We have done golden visa programs in Greece. We invested in Hungary, in Budapest, we have projects. In Crete, we are also having projects. And next month, we're going Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. We're starting, hopefully, our new projects there. And we are very interested to have some initiatives and some motivation in Kurdistan to make some new investments here. With the right concept, and with the right partners, we're delighted to be here.
The partner is right next to you.
That's why I'm signaling to him.
I was about to ask Mr. Alan, now that he's an investor, like in their, let's say, work, have you been more dealing with local developers, or you're focusing more on bringing foreign experts also in the benefit of boosting tourism in Kurdistan region? Now that we have a new one next to you.
Well, it depends. It depends on the projects that we undertake. For some projects that we need the locals to be there, and we have to do it with the locals. But no, I mean, for almost all projects, we can onboard the foreigners as well, foreign investors and developers. But why construction? I mean, we are an investment company. As I said, we are investing in different sectors. But construction is one of the...
Construction is all I know about. I don't know about other sectors. That's why we're focusing on construction here.
So, because we think that there is a need, it is something that the need for it will never end. And it is visible. So, for example, if I want to build a portfolio, my profile as a company, I can point to my investments right away, and it will be visible and a visible investment for me. And plus, through encountering customers and clients to the quality that our company provides through our investments, we can gain a name and reputation for ourselves. And then for the partners that are with us in either executing or running the projects, we 100%, we want to make sure that honesty and integrity is at the top of everything, because we want to build a name. We do not need money. I mean, we have plenty of money, alhamdulillah.
Good to know.
So we do not want to make money for the sake of having money. We want to build a reputation first, and then the money will come.
So there is a message behind it.
Exactly. So our number one criteria for any developer or any partner, be it international or local, is honesty and integrity in everything. Because it's not just be honest to your customer or client, but honesty and integrity starts even before that.
True.
With every stakeholder.
True.
Throughout your projects. And I am sure you have heard, and then Ms. Dania also, they are aware, projects, a failure in a project will hurt the entire ecosystem. It's not just, it has a ripple effect.
Yes.
It's not just that project per se that will be damaged, but it will hurt the whole economy.
Yes.
So we want to stay here. We are from here, and we will stay here, so that we have chosen honesty and integrity at the top of every criteria that we have.
Good. Thank you, Kaka Alan. Now back to Dania Khan. I have 3 questions in one. I don't know how much time we have left, so I'm trying to make it short. I know you're a well-traveled person, first of all. I want to know, when you travel abroad, do you try to bring back positive, good ideas back home to Kurdistan and try to apply it on the projects here? That's first. Second, try to remember my questions. Second, how much do you depend on local experts rather than foreign experts? And what is your plan in boosting tourism through your residential projects? I know one answer, but I would like you to tell me about it.
Great. So back to the first question. Indeed, all the time when, as a local or as a people from Kurdistan, when we travel, we want to do best for our country, not only us, everyone, I guess. So all the time when I'm traveling, when I'm coming back, I change a lot of things. And how we're trying to focus on bringing international standards, but in a way to localize this based on our culture, because we cannot, sometimes it's not applicable when you get international standards is not fitting our culture, our economy, our mindset of a community. So in this way, yes, we do get benefit indeed. That's why our door is open for international investors, because they have been through the same mistakes or the same challenges that we've been, and they have acquired systems. However, indeed, we need to localize it with our culture. I don't know the second question, Kaikshan.
What are you trying to do for boosting tourism through residential projects? I know it is not the same goal, same
Indeed.
target, but still, even by naming your projects
No,
after something.
It's all related, because when you have a stable, when you have an infrastructure, it goes to a great mega project or a great residential project. And also if you have a tourism, it also boosts the residential projects. And as long as we're having two sectors in SKG, as an hospitality, Hikers Hotel, and residential or property development sector, for managing the residential projects, they are part of one change. If you can boost another, it will have an effect on the other side. However, what we are truly focusing to go with the data, what people really want. We cannot just invest for sake of building a project or for sake of opening another hotel. I would say, I would say that the best thing about the hotel is the first location, and also the soul inside whom gonna welcome you inside the hotel. So the location is quite needed. That's why it's a whole ecosystem altogether.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Kaikshan.
Mr. Ergun,
Yes.
after you arrived to Kurdistan region, I mean, you didn't have much time to go around, but tomorrow we will take you to mountains, Korak Mountains, and to Radisson Blu resorts. You would love it. I'm sure it's a beautiful place. Before coming here, how did you hear about the evolution of tourism in the Kurdistan region, and what's your plan? Or, I know your plan. What should hotels do to support boosting tourism? Because it is very, very important.
To be honest, I mean, I know Kurdistan very well. I've been coming here many times. So we have some offers from different cities also. And one of my colleagues are in different regions at the moment. They are looking for some potential sites. I personally believe that this part of the world has a big potential. I've been saying that many years ago. I said, you need to have the best coffee brand in this country, best restaurant brand in this country, you need it, and the hotels. So what we need actually? We need a training. Whenever we go, wherever we go, we would like to take some of our know-hows with us, and we would like to share with the local people to make sure that they've been trained and they become expert of the business. So I think training is the most important thing for this country, and the people are really great people. They are willing to learn. We just need some transparent and honest trainer to train them. I mean, the hotel industry in Turkey, in all around the world, I've been traveling, I think, like this last 2 months, I've been flying 160 hours. Think about it.
That's a lot.
160 hours more than the pilot and the hostesses, I guess. So I've been all around the world, Brazil, Australia, Europe, South America, North America, everywhere. So wherever I go, I think whenever I go to the West, the quality goes down.
True, I agree with you.
Okay, let's be honest to each other. And whenever you go to the East, the quality goes up, because in our culture, let's be honest to each other, we love to greet people.
True.
Okay, we like to host them. So last year in Dedaman company, in the all Dedaman hotels, we host 4 million people when the Cyprus got. 4 million people came to the Dedaman hotels. So can you imagine, if you do any kind of project, you have 4 million potential buyers.
That's a lot.
So we have to use them. So if we can provide the great service And when we try to sell something, it's easy for us. So I always say to all my the partners and investors, do your best, because if one of you can do the things wrong, it will affect all our environment, like 90 other hotels. So personally, I travel a lot. I like to meet with people. I like to share my ideas for free, no problem. But to make sure that we can do the best out of it, it's really important. And sustainability. Like when we talked to Mr. Eser, when we met like 2 years ago, I said, I really feel sorry about the Cyprus. Because when you talk about the Cyprus, the first thing the people in mind is the casinos.
True.
They have a huge culture.
Yeah.
I mean, they have like huge potential in the wellnesses and the healthcare. So that's why we like to do something different. And I like to do everything in out of the box. It doesn't mean that if someone does something here,
Copy paste.
copy paste, I don't like that.
Of course.
There might be a different option. So
Thank you
I like
very
to
much.
work on it.
Through this program, we will open all the doors for you for Didaman to come here and establish a training center.
Anytime.
It will be very much needed, I believe, and I believe both sides will benefit from it, and
It will be our
you'll
pleasure.
get all the help from all the investors here, and Kak Alan will invest in it.
We are here, of course. for
Anytime, no problem.
I will have my last question to Mr. Eser. I know about Kurdistan region and Middle East and rest parts of Iraq. Some areas, some locations, we talked about location now. For example, some locations in a city, it's a very, let's say, dirty location. It's of no use and people don't like even to pass by. I've had that experience with Family Mall. Mustashar Khawan remembers the location of Family Mall back in 2008 and 2007. It was the worst location in Erbil. An investor came and turned it over to the most amazing shopping mall in the region. As a residential project, do you think the project, the value of the project, the reputation of the investor, the design of the project will turn over the location to a better location, or a good location will add value to the project even if the project is no good? So which one help which?
It's chicken and egg situation, but we follow actually since 2017, because until that time our company was a family company. But in 2017 we start digging into blue ocean strategy. And blue ocean strategy is where everyone else is in the red ocean, and you create your own ocean of blue, where they call it pink elephant in the forest. So you need to find your elephant, which is put the differentiator there. So if it's a different region, same like back in Cyprus, same in Budapest, we did the same approach. We didn't get into the center. We find an area which there was not even building provisions. And we ask the local authorities that if we invest this much money with our investors, create employment, create infrastructure, how would it work? And with the right concept and the right partners and the right texture, I think this is also needed in anywhere in the world, that not developed areas to be developed with the right touch, with the right know-how, and with the right partners. So blue ocean is the key here. I think I will do not develop area as an answer to your question, rather than develop area.
Thank you very much. Kak Alan, you have tourism developer, or let's say hotel chain company next to you, and you have a residential investor next to you. If both decide to come to Kurdistan, which one, I know you would pick both, which one would you go first? Residential or tourism?
It's a difficult question, but
Put them both together.
We'll put it together. That's why we suggest.
we do it together. We do a hotel inside the
Money from
construction.
London residential and then invest it back into hotel.
For investors, numbers speak. We have to see
True,
the
very well
feasibility
said,
and
yes.
so we would approach both. It doesn't matter for us that much because, as I said, we have a diversified portfolio. As long as the project is the ROIs, the payback period, and the numbers speak well and positive, we can invest in both. I mean, not just one. I would pick both if the
Good.
numbers are good. But it depends on the partner as well, because there are projects available, the numbers are good, but the partner is not ready and is not good. I mean, we would not go for it because running the business, running a hotel is not my business. I do not know anything about it. Mr. Ergun knows every details, how to greet people, how to, maybe that's not my specialty. I don't know that. So having the right partner is key here. That's why I focus more on the partners.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, after the numbers, we look into the partners, who they are, their experience, their reputation, and performance, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Last question to Danya Khan. How do you want to be remembered in construction world? I know SK is multiple sections, but like, do you want to focus as you, Danya, focus more on construction? Are you more passionate about construction infrastructure or other sectors of SK?
Why we think construction? Because construction, it's like building a nation. It's building a communities. In our work, exactly. Lastly, I'm gonna briefly talk about it. We think about future of Kyrgyzstan, how families are formed in the next 5 years. Like nowadays, we are thinking about how can we create layouts of apartments that could be gathering the whole families together for future, because we don't want the community to downgrade. We are thinking in very deep. For example, some of the apartments. It's a very mini example, but I'm gonna say it because you're investors. You understand me. Some of the 3-bedroom apartment, we can create another 1-bedroom apartment next to it for the families, for the grand families, because sometimes some of the families are nuclear families in future based on our research that what we reached. After that, they won't have a chance to see their grandparents or their parents every day. But if they have 2 apartments next to each other, not for single people, bedroom. So in this way, we have one internal door between those 2 apartments that could be creating the safety for both the families.
That's a very
and
good
also
idea.
gives the privacy and also gives the luxury of having the whole family together whenever
It
it's
is
needed.
like connected suits in hotels.
Exactly.
Danya already there. Can I take it from there?
Of course.
Are you done? At Dedeman Village Life, as I was mentioning, what we like to do with Mr. Eser is the same project. And let's be honest to each other. I mean, when your grandparents, when they are older, who's going to look after them?
True.
So Dedeman Village Life is a project. It's not right middle of the center of the city. It's maybe a little bit far away from the city. You can purchase a house. Maybe it's the three rooms, maybe 1. I mean, when you are alone, you don't need a 3 bedrooms or something like that. So we created Dedeman Village Life. We look after for everything. Food, nice gourmet. Maintenance, cleanliness, the healthcare, everything. And some places for the kids to play around. Like I have 3 kids. When I try to take them to my parents, they said, we are really bored. We don't want to come there. There's a nice places there for you to play. Oh, we are coming. Then when they come with us, then they can see their grandparents too. It's a great idea. That's why we create Dedeman Village Life. That's the future, especially from the European people. They used to go to Philippines, Indonesia, to make sure that they look after them. So we would like to do that in every single countries. Dedeman Village Life.
Start with Kurdistan. Thank you very much.
We will start with Danya, definitely.
Yes. Danya Khan reminded me of a book. It's called Invisible Woman. How to keep families together first, and then how infrastructure and urban design should be re-evaluated. It talks mostly about single mom's life. You know, it's not an easy life. Even when she walks on a pathway, she's going to market, she's having a market cart on one hand, a kid on another hand, and the pathway is very narrow and it's not enough for her to walk. So, or the kitchen's window should be faced to the garden while she's making and cooking. She can watch over her kids.
Exactly.
So having 1-bedroom apartment next to 3-bedroom apartment is a very good idea. I have never thought about it. I have never seen it in any project. I'm very
I'll
happy.
send it to you.
Yeah.
We have it already, so I'll send it to you.
Thank you very much again. I mean, I'm enjoying this conversation with the Dania Khan and gentlemen, but I'm afraid we don't have much time. We will. Everyone is hungry. I'm very hungry. We will go now and have lunch. Thank you again. Thank you for everyone who watched and listened. Thank you for the lady and gentlemen. And we'll see you soon in the lunch break. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Zor spot. Zor spot.